Welcome back. Game week 8 is getting close. In this video, I'll take a quick look at my team for game week 8, my transfer plans, some community questions, and I'll round up with the captaincy pick for game week 8. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more FPL content. Let's have a look. This is my team for game week 8. Henderson will start in goal. Van Dijk, Gabriel and Guardiola will probably be my defense. Rodgers, Mbeumo, Saka, Smith Rowe in midfield. Semenyo will be on the bench for his tough game against Arsenal. And up top, Calvert-Lewin, Haaland and Watkins. I might be tempted to play Mykolenko and maybe bench Van Dijk playing away against Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. But Mykolenko, he is rumored to be injured, so I will probably just start Van Dijk for the security of minutes. I've got a couple of questions about Saka. He left the England squad midweek before the Finland game, but we also got the news that it was a precaution. So he is back in London training with the team. So we are waiting for more news from Arteta. Historically, Arteta is not one to give information away, so probably we will not get the confirmation if he will start or not before game week 8, but I'll discuss Saka more in the transfer section. Saka, one of the hot topics during the international break. He will probably start in game week 8, but there are a couple of things that makes me want to sell him as well. In game week 8, Arsenal play Bournemouth and they have a couple of tough fixtures after that game, so maybe Arteta would want to save him against Bournemouth and have him ready for Liverpool in game week 9. This is just guesswork, but it would make sense. So for me right now, Saka is probably a hold, but there are a couple of things that makes me want to sell him, and especially considering the fixtures. Arsenal, they have a tough fixture run from game week 9, while Man City, they have really nice fixtures going forward. So Saka to Foden might be my transfer. It's really tempting. I know that Phil Foden hasn't been that good this season, but he started last game. He's building up minutes, and we know what we can do when he suddenly will hit form. So Saka to Foden might be my transfer for game week 8. Saka, I've also got a couple of questions about him in the community question section, so let's talk more about the Arsenal star boy. First question, should we start or should we sell Saka? For me, this really depends on your wildcard strategy and how many transfers you have. So if you're planning to use your wildcard in game week 12, then I think it's perfectly fine to sell Saka right now before the tough fixtures, and you can easily get him back on your wildcard in game week 12 when they have a fixture swing and really good fixtures from game week 12 and onwards. Also, if you have like 4 free transfers right now, so you have a spare to use, then probably selling Saka, taking a punt on a player like Son, Phil Foden could probably be a really good punt for the next few game weeks. If you only have 1 or 2 free transfers, or maybe you have already used your free transfers, then I would just keep Saka in my team, especially don't sell him for a hit. Next question is what to do with Calvert-Lewin. So he had a couple of blanks in the first couple of game weeks before he had 2 good game weeks with both goal and assist and maximum bonus. Now, once again, he had 2 blanks in a row. So FPL managers are getting impatient with the Everton striker. But for me, the 2 next fixtures for Everton are so good when it comes to attacking returns. So for me, Calvert-Lewin is definitely a hold. I'm not sure if I will bring him in. I actually prefer a player like Wood, maybe Cunha from next game week, but if you already have Calvert-Lewin in your squad, he is definitely a keep for me. Next question is buy Johnson or Solanke. So this is one of the other hot topics during the international break. Who should we bring in, and is Johnson really a good fancy option? So I actually made a tweet about this, so let's have a look at that one. So in the mentioned post over at X, and if you don't follow me, head over and give me a follow there as well. It's at FPLTFS. And if you still don't subscribe to this YouTube channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video as well if you enjoyed the content, but let's have a closer look at the comparison. So Solanke, Havertz, Johnson, all of them are really good fantasy options right now. We can see that all of them have contributed with goals. So Solanke, he has 2 goals, 1 assist, and he has only played 447 minutes. Havertz 630 minutes, almost 200 minutes. That's over 2 games more than Solanke, and he has also double the goals, 4 goals and 1 assist, while Johnson, he has actually scored 3 goals and is the assist king in this list with 2 assists. But when we take a closer look at the expected stats, we can see that Havertz, he is really standing out. He has an expected goal involvement of 4.58. Johnson is the weakest in the field, only 3.33. So we can see that you really get what you pay for. So I would say if you need a midfielder, go for Johnson, and if you need an attacker, I would say that Havertz is probably the best, but I will wait until game week 12. So for me, Solanke is the best option right now. So if you can only have one of them, I will go for Solanke. If you're interested in a midfielder, Johnson is perfectly fine to bring in. But if you can wait until game week 12, then I do believe that definitely Havertz is the best option. So to round this up, if you're insecure about who you should captain in game week 8, I would definitely go for Haaland this week. As mentioned, this is not a week to try to be clever. Wolves are so bad in defense. As you can see, they are 20th and 19th for most of the defensive stats, and they have conceded the most goals in the league and also have an expected goals conceded of 10.04. So captaincy for game week 8 should be on Haaland if you own him. The wise captaincy is a little bit more tricky this week. We know that Saka is rumored to maybe not start, maybe he's not fit, maybe he will not play 90 minutes. So let me know in the comments down below who will be your captain and also your vice captain in game week 8.